Andrew McCART, IFL TV. I'm here in Dublin, and I've got to say, Josh Warrington, it's been a while since I've had a microphone in front of your face, mate. How's life?
It has. You know what? I always enjoy speaking to yourself. Yeah, life's good. Life's good. Over here supporting my gym mate and my good pal Reece Mould. He's got a big fight this weekend, and enjoying my first time in Dublin.
It's your first time in Dublin. You've never been here?
No, I've been over to Belfast, Northern Ireland, but no, I've never been south of the border. I've never been to Dublin before.
How are you enjoying it? Obviously, you've only been, I was in the hotel, you checked in at the same time. So you've only been here for 24 hours, so you seen much of it?
Yeah.
Apart from Tesco?
Local Tesco's, yeah, fantastic offers. No, went to Crumlin Boxing Gym last night, met some of the amateurs there, fantastic set of coaches as well. Went over to the McGregor's bar as well, had about, yeah, good food, decent food, may have had a pint or two. But yeah, I've enjoyed it, mate. Enjoyed it so far.
Good stuff. I do want to touch about Reece Mould, because he's in a tough fight against Gary Cully, who guy's on a redemption course right now because of the loss he suffered last time out in Dublin in his home city. So he's got a tough fight, Reece Mould. But I just want to stay on you just a little bit, because there seems to be a lot of back and forth now with you and Leigh Wood. You're posting big, you're saying things, you're posting little bits, and I'm enjoying it as a boxing fan. I'm enjoying it, but it seems like there's a date now that's been set by Eddie Hearn for the City Ground fight. Now, is it you? Is it Mick Collin? Is it Joe Cordina? Have you heard anything? Have you put it on Eddie yet?
Well, I've asked him many times, and I think Eddie, Frank, and the team, they're good at telling you what you want to hear. Keep you pining for more. But ultimately, I don't know what they're going to do. I can only just wait. I can scream and shout, but I think it comes down to Eddie and Leigh. I think Leigh's going to really want it as well. I mean, he's said he's not bothered as long as he just fights there. But for him to earn some money out of it, you need to sell tickets. And that, for me, that's the fight that makes sense. No disrespect to Joe Cordina, but people are really screaming and shouting to go see him. He's not selling big arenas out, is he? Obviously, Mick's got a massive fan base, but he's got business with Jordan Gill first. It's just, with myself, we've still got history there, and I was dominating that fight, and the ending was controversial. It wasn't like a real close fight, it was like a one-sided fight. And I have said a few things about that. Obviously, people ask me the question, anytime I see people come over and say, you were robbed, you were this, that, and another. So I say my piece on it, and I've done a few videos, but all of a sudden it's like, he's gone from being a humble guy, to kind of gloating and saying that I'm bitter and I'm sulking about it.
Why do you think that is, Josh? Why do you think he's gone from this sort of like humble guy that you said? Because the press conference leading up to that first fight, you were both basically saying to each other, let's just make this a good fight, let's have a good dance sort of thing, and words to that respect. But now after the fight's over with, there seems to be a lot of animosity now. Why is that?
I've no idea. I think he feels like I owe him some respect. I said to him, there was a little moment where me and him were just in the medical room, and I shook his hand and I gave him the respect there. And I would, if I'd had the chance, I would have gone in his change room and shook his hand there. But I'm also hearing a few days after the fight, he's on like Talk Sport saying it was all part of the game plan. Where's the fucking respect there? Let's have it right. You were having your ass handed to you, you were getting beat up, and then great timing, took an opportunity, and look at Greenwood, the referee, waving it off. But up until that time, mate, it wasn't in your hands. You can't say that was part of the game plan. Where's the respect from my side? So, listen, the respect's always been there, and I've just said a few points, but he's been a bit, I don't know, maybe because there's a lot of people who give him sticks, saying they called him lucky and say that he didn't deserve it and blah, blah, and Josh should have been allowed to go on. But my annoyance really is, all throughout that last build-up, I know that you guys wanted to see us go fucking back and forth and scream and shout at each other, and I was under the impression of, listen, I'll take it how Leigh is, because I know that he said a few things on social media in there, but face to face like this, right as rain. Sat down doing the round table thing on his own, right as rain. I tried goading him a little bit, didn't want to, I just wanted to be respectful. I can do that, I've done that with most of my opponents. We'll shake hands, we have a scrap, we'll let these do the talking. But all of a sudden, it's like post-fight, that's when it started with that, and that's what's my annoyances. And I've more respect for him if he'd, just just say, you know what, it won't go out my way, but you know, I managed to pull out of the bag, rather than kind of fucking gloating about it and then calling me bitter.
Josh, what I will say is, obviously, you said there that you were trying, us as the media, we want that back and forth between the two fighters, especially when there's two British fighters and the two cities that you have, the football teams that you've got, the characters that you are. We wanted that build up where we can get the views. That's a given in this game that we're in, right? But we didn't get that. But for this fight to be the City Ground, you against Leigh Wood, the rematch, we will get that this time, won't we? Because there is that little bit of needle now because of what's been said post-fight.
Yeah, and I think, like, I know there's a lot of fighters in this game who just play the game. Call me fucking boring, call me whatever you want, but sometimes I don't really play the game, I just do.
You're spilling your coffee there, Josh.
I do as I feel. So, like, if someone calls me cunt, then I'm going to call you cunt back. But if you're going to show me a bit of respect, then I'm going to show you a lot of respect back. That's the way I've always been, and I'm not going to change it at this stage of my career. So, yeah, if there's a better thing in, like, with important, like the war with Selby, the war with Galahad, then I'm going to be, you know, listen, sometimes I sit there on press tables and I think, I could say this, I could say that, but it's out of my character. But anyway, leading to a rematch, yeah, there fucking would be, because it's there now. And even if I went to a press conference now and he started being really nice and icy, I'd still fucking be like this, because you know what, I've seen many interviews and I've heard many things he said, so I'd fucking state my points. And I think there's a bit more animosity in between us now. You know, before it was just respect, just an opponent. But now, with that bit of history, and that's why it makes the most sense. So, and Eddie should see that as well. And plus, my support will travel. You know, they've travelled everywhere. I've done 2 stadium fights. I know that you need the bums on the seats, but you need a fan base will travel, and mine will do that.
Obviously, Leigh deserves that City Ground fight for what the fights he's been with in the Lara fights, the McCartan fights, obviously your fight, and he's been asking for the City Ground fight. And to be fair to Leigh, he does deserve it. But like you said, he does need that dance partner for a stadium fight. You've done a stadium fight yourself. Now you said that you mentioned there Joe Cordina. You mentioned, what did you say? Something like maybe people don't want to see that fight, but the two people that he has sort of maybe not so much needle with McCartan, but that history is you and Mick Collin, and you do have that travelling spot. Joe Cordina's got a Welsh crowd that will probably travel as well, no doubt. But do you think it's between now for that fight at the City Ground is down to you and Mick Collin, or can you see Joe Cordina getting in there?
I mean, that's the luxury that he has at this moment in time, doesn't he? You know, he's going to look at it and think, right, I want to fight at City Ground, right? Who do I want to fight there? Do I sell it as challenging for, you know, another third world title fight, 2-weight world champion, history there, put all that gloss on it. You could put the gloss on it with the Mick Conlon fight, like I say, with so exciting, and then could put the fight on with me, because with the last fight, you know, very controversial how it ended, but also he's got to weigh up which is going to be the most difficult fight. Well, he knows that he's going to be stepping up. Joe Cordina did look fantastic in his last fight, no. So is he slipping a bit? Well, that could be an opportunity there. Mick, well, beat Mick before. It was an hard fight in the early stages, but towards back end I got onto him. That could be one there. Will he look at me and think, do I really fucking fancy that? I won't really having much luck until that 7th round. And you know, he must know that he got rubbed off the green off the referee as well. It's the point taken off. Most people talk about the knockout, but with the point taken off, that fucking changes everything for me. But he'll go way up them, and obviously he wants to go there. It's a dream to fight there, but he wants to come away with his arm raised, and he's got to decide which is going to be the easiest fights out of all 3 of them. And I'm not going to blow smoke on my own backside, but I don't think I'm the easiest fight out of the 3 of us.
You said that, but I think even if it's you, Mick, or Joe Cordina, as a boxing fan, as a media guy, I'm happy with all 3. But as a guy that you've been in the ring with them, you said that you've done the 7 rounds. You were winning the 7 rounds up until that knockdown there. But again, I want to go back to that, like you said, the referee. You kept on mentioning the referee there. Now it's been a month or so since that fight. Yes. Speak to me. How are your emotions right now at this moment in time towards the referee after that? Are you still bitter, or have you just let that slide on the bus?
I'm not going to make it personal about Michael Alexander. Obviously, I can understand there's a lot of pressure on the referees. We've only got like an handful of A-star referees. You know, they're doing the shows week in, week out. at a very high level. What my annoyance is how they see it. I mean, rules and how they stick to them. So, for instance, there's many fighters who get warnings early doors. For instance, when I boxed a lad, he got warning early doors for constantly holding, but he never got a second warning, never got a point taken off. But he carried on doing it throughout. I got a warning, then I never got a second warning. I went straight to a point off. When you watch it back, you slow it right down. I throw that punch, and he turns, and if he doesn't turn, it lands on his chin, and it hits him there, side of his head, not on the back. Hits him there. What does it deliberately? He stops me, and he takes a point off, and he says, "Any more, I'm taking another one." So that changes my mindset, thinking, well, I need to do something about this now, because otherwise, I throw a punch, it might just disqualify me again. It might take another point off. So I knew that Leigh was starting to tire. Thought I'd take it up a little bit more, but even like the last 10 seconds, I thought I'll win these last 10 seconds. Make sure I can at least draw the round. Obviously, what happened with the counting. I turned round at 8 and it's over. But again, with that, we've seen fighters at 9, all over the place, pissed up, and they've been allowed to carry on. But I was over in America with Maxi when he boxed Cambosa, and one thing they said, they made a massive point about illegal fouls, rabbit punches. It talks about how bad they are and how much damage they can do. But they did state if a fighter has set off a punch and somebody turns, it's an accidental blow, then that's not a foul. That's not a foul. And when you look at it, that's exactly what I did. I feel that Michael got influenced with Ben jumping up and down and screaming in between rounds, and that's what Ben just doing his job, trying to save his fighter, But my annoyance is not so much. It's not personal, Mike, but just the board need to have a fucking stringent thing with them. Maybe update. Maybe say that these are the rules. Maybe go into depth in the change rooms, because he'll look back and think, you know what, made a bit of a mistake there.
You'd be held accountable. Is that what you're trying to say there?
I am, mate. Yeah, I mean, it's fucking. I can go on about the stoppage. Like, I was up on the cards. He'll know that 'cause he's the judge as well. I had a minute's break. There's many fighters who've been, like I say, been asleep and had that opportunity to sit down. I'm in my own corner. He could have analysed me. I turn on it. Yeah, exactly all that. I can go on all about that, but my biggest annoyance is how it all starts with. The point.
If you do get the rematch, are you willing to go up to super featherweight?
You know what, Andy, I probably considered that anyway. I would have been saying to Eddie, fucking hell, take us to America. I've been recently ranked WBC number 1. Try to get me a shot with Ray Vargas. If not, that can't be done, then I'll move up. I've been making featherweight since I've been picking up titles. Over 10 years now, and it'd been interesting to see me, myself move up and take that of a challenge and maybe a little more luxury.
There you are. There's going to be exciting times coming up in 2024, whether it be Mick, you, or Joe Cordina. It's going to be an exciting fight, and you probably get one or the other anyway if you move up. So it's going to be exciting times, especially in that sort of quartet that you're in. But you're here for your gym mate Reece Mould. We can't not talk about him. Like I said at the beginning of the interview, he's up against a top opponent, a guy that's 6'2" and Gary Cully. Yeah. How's Reece looking? Can he do the business?
You know what? I'm going to obviously be biased because he's my gym mate, but he's looking fucking unbelievable. There's times in gym where I think, fucking hell, Reece, why did you do that on fight night? He's like, he just shrugged his shoulders. I don't know. But the man can box. The man has got skills. He's just yet to bring him to the table. And, mate, he's been looking real sharp in this one. And I know that Gary's a bit of an attraction over here and, the diva and all that, but fucking hell, they shouldn't be underestimating Reece. Honestly, we're actually here to make up numbers. And certainly Reece isn't. He's here to fucking do some damage, and I think he's going to do that on Saturday night.
Josh, I think there's actually more people who want to have a chat with you here. You're going to have more microphones in your face, so I'm sorry for dragging you over here, mate. I do apologise, but absolute pleasure. No doubt I'll catch you again this fight weekend. Listen, enjoy the press conference.
So, man, thank you.
Cheers, Josh. Thanks, mate. Thank you.